Right, so there's been a few things and I haven't sort of updated on the channel. If you've been on the Facebook or the Instagram, you'll have seen little updates. There's lots of updates between videos, which is why this bike has had a lot go on since doing the electrics on the tail. You'll see we've got tyres and wheels on, it's not on the wets anymore. The bodywork was all on, done chain and sprockets, did some little bits to the swing arm and cleaned it up. And then we went up to the track day and I went out on the sighting lap and got half a lap round, looked behind me to see what was on and couldn't see anything. It was smoking worse than a two-stroke. It was just absolute mad. So back in the van it went. All faithful, the road bike came out and I ended up doing the track day on there. So why is it smoking? That's what we're going to find out today. And to do that, I'm going to start with a nice point. I know that compression is good because I've done that before. It's in spec, it's at the lower end, but it's got 20 something thousand miles on it. So we're going to do a cylinder leakage test. Now I did that yesterday, cold, like an idiot, and now I've got to rebuild it because we need to do it warm. There's no problem when it's cold, it's when it's warm there's issues, so we have to simulate that and find out what's going on. There was less than 20% leakage when it was cold, which is great across all cylinders. Now if I'd done that warm, to do a cold test, I'd just leave it rather than have to undo stuff and go back on. So pull the bits off again, get the plugs back in. Don't need the airbox and the tank and stuff on. I'll probably just rig up a little tank. We'll get it fired up and get it warm. Fuel off. You going? Sweet. And now we're warm and we've got smoke. Loads of it. We'll get the tank back off, get those plugs back out and do the leakage test again now that we've got a fault. Is it possible that something's expanded as things do when they get hot? I don't know whether that is head gasket, valves coming off their seats. Don't know. That's what we're going to find out. That's what the leakage test will show. The only thing it won't show is the valve stem seals, which is still a possibility. The oil's coming down through them. I don't know. I just want a direction and an answer to go in. It's nice. We'll see what goes if I can get this pipe off. Thank you. My full tank from the track day that never went. Okay, right. Pull it apart. That'll do. Right. So to do a cylinder leakage test on a cylinder, you need it at top dead center with both of the valves closed, so it's as airtight as it's going to be. Now the easiest way on this to find it is with the screwdriver down through the plug hole. If you can get to your timing marks easy, you can do that. Just depends sort of on bike to bike. So we'll pop that down through there. The bike is in top gear and I'm going to turn the engine from the wheel. Now cylinder 1 and 4 will always be in the same position, and cylinder 2 and 3 will always be in the same position unless it's a cross plane. Obviously if you've got less cylinders then that's going to be different. So we know that piston 1 now is at top dead center, so we know that piston 4 will also be at top dead center. Now one of them will have both valves closed because it's on compression about to go on to power stroke, and the other one will have the exhaust valve open and well actually go into an overlap, but the valves would be open anyways. It's going from exhaust to intake. Now a cylinder leakage test is effectively pumping compressed air into the cylinder and using differential pressure to determine how much of it is disappearing, and listening to a few different places, you can tell if any's getting out, where it's going. So we'll pop this into the plug hole. 2 and 3 have tested all right. The pain, but we'll have a look. Right, well, we've got sub 10% leakage on all cylinders, all well balanced, which is a pain. That's a good indication that the rings aren't worn, the head gasket isn't leaking between cylinders or into the jacket or into oilways, the valves are sealed well. That 10% loss is going down through the piston ring gaps, because it's all stationary and it's going to find a way out. Well, that's how to do that. The plot thickens. If you want to see what happens next before the video comes out, go over, check out the Facebook, while I lose my mind a little bit. Thanks for watching. Yeah.